So, multiverses. The game came out with decent promise and lots of promotion. There was even an official sub tournament at EVO. It won the Fighting Game of the Year award, beating other strong contenders at the NF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, King of Fighters 15, and Sifu?
What the hell is this?
Anyway, they had cool characters everyone liked. Look, there's already Shay with his Ultra Instinct mechanic. There's Velma with her White Woman mechanic. There's the Iron Giant. They had a fucking the Bronze Game for some reason. The Gremlins, Rick and Morty, Black Adam. There were even roster leaks that said they would have Gandalf from Beetlejuice and Lord knows who else was there. It looked good. Then season 2 came out and they added Marvin the Martian. And then there was silence. Until a few days ago, where they announced the game will be delisted from stores and then will be taken offline for a while. Did you know it was still in beta? I sure fucking didn't! And I played the game along! You know my Superman was kinda nasty. Either way. We all know how Warner Bros. Is doing, so the game might not come back. Don't ask Metallica for whom developed those from multiverses. Now, I'm no Mad Max Muscle here to tell you what happened, but I might be channeling a little bit of Russell's Game Dungeon in this video. A lot of people are saying, well, it was a bit shit really, I'm surprised it died. Surprised hell though, that'll be a mighty fun game, won't it lads? Sure, Riot doesn't have the experience and infrastructure to handle a free-to-play fighting game, and the Canon Brothers are making sure the game is fun as all hell. No problem with that. Problem is thinking that free-to-play fighting games are the future, which is an argument that certain influencers are making. There's a few common arguments why free-to-play fighting games could work. First, the accessibility. A free-to-play fighting game will have a lot of people playing due to the low barrier of entry. It will be easy to get newbies interested. The content. Fighting games already follow the model that live service games use, where there's new balance updates and new content added along the way. The pricing. Fighting games nowadays are way too expensive. They cost $60 with multiple season passes to get all the characters. A free-to-play game will not have this problem. We'll just have to grind to unlock characters. Now, I'm sure there's a lot more arguments out there, but let's say these three are the main ones. The accessibility issue is valid. A free-to-play fighting game will get people interested, and will get them to give it a try. Problem comes from making them stay. This is a problem that a lot of devs try to solve. There's no universal fix for this issue. You could add daily quests, battle passes, and Lord knows what else Skinner box mechanics to keep people playing and turn them into good little paying customers or whatever. The content issue is also valid. They're constantly updating the game, so a free-to-play model would make sense. Except that content costs money to make. So they will need to guarantee a lot of profit to make truly worthwhile content. Not to mention, a new character means a new matchup for all the existing characters, and a lot of things to take into account when balancing the game, which takes time. For a fighting game to have new meaningful content, not just skins or charms or titles or whatever, a lot of balance adjustments will need to be done incredibly frequently. DLC characters are already known for being a little busted. Imagine they add one of them every month. The pricing issue is probably the most valid of them all. I'm also not a fan of paying $100+ for a full game. It ain't great. But as stated before, new characters ain't free. Unless you're Melty Blood. But that's backed by gacha, so they can afford that. There is also a big fourth issue that people aren't considering, and that is the preservation issue. Imagine this situation. New free-to-play fighting game comes out. It's sort of whatever, but there's a dedicated community that likes it very much, and they hold small net play brackets and side tourneys and all of that. It's not super successful, but it's got a tight-knit community. But then, Paul marketing looks at the profit, and it's not looking good. So they decide it's time to pull the plug. What happens to the community? You might be saying, wouldn't fans try to preserve the game by holding their own private servers? Maybe they would, but the whole reason people want a free-to-play fighting game is precisely for the official developer support. I'm sure this is a lot of negativity in this video. Project 2 is gonna be good. I hope so, I think so, it will. Instead of looking at free-to-play as a miracle cure for the perennial getting new people into fighting games problem people have, developers should instead look into alternatives, and I believe we already have one cooking right in the oven. A big problem that fighting games currently have is a perceived lack of content. Currently, most games have a story mode, which is just an arcade mode with a few cutscenes in between at best, and a visual novel at worst, online, with ranked, casual, and private match, local versus, training, options, credits, return to title, which is okay. Most people are here to play online. The problem is when you pay $60 and only get that. The young casual who has occasionally turned into evil because all the friends were going nuts about it and thought the matches were hype, but otherwise has not touched the fighting game, that is not an appealing deal. Most games have a campaign, and the multiplayer mode is to check out later, or they're exclusive in multiplayer but have a reduced price to compensate for that. But there's a game coming up that could have found a potential answer to that problem.
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6 offers you a full-fledged campaign, complete with character customization, extra modes both local and online, a battle hall where you can participate in tournaments every day, and Lord knows what more content will be coming, in the form of both costumes and characters. We all know Street Fighter 6 is gonna be good, I don't need to tell you that. But to young casual who barely cares about online play and wants to check out a story mode, it's a banger deal. I'm gonna buy it and play the story, he thinks. And before he notices, BAM! The game is fun to play. So he decides to check out more, he plays against his friends, and then goes online. A year later, he's training to go to his first major, ready to go 0-2 in the first round in loser's bracket. So I might have deviated from the initial point a bit, but to recap, I think free-to-play fighting games can and should exist. But they're not a miracle fix to get more people interested in the genre. Especially in this day and age, where it seems every week 5 new live service games come out and 10 are shut down. Instead, we should look at the developers that do offer enough content to justify paying for a full price game, or that offer the game at a reduced price. And perhaps that way other fighting game developers can start copying them, just like they did with rollback netcode. I don't really know what motivated me to make this video. Maybe I just saw the death knell of multiverses and figured, maybe free to play ain't the way. Or maybe I'm just too excited for Street Fighter 6. Or maybe I'm an attention whore trying to capitalize on whatever bigger, more successful influencers say in a desperate attempt to grab the internet's ever-fleeting attention span. Who knows? Either way, this video's out there. Share it with your friends, your family, your favorite influencers, or the ones you hate if you dislike the video. I don't expect it to do super well. But hey, if you watch this and think my points are valid and wanna hear me rant about other topics, subscribe or something, let me know in the comments. Or just yell at me on twitter.gov, or in the chat if you catch me live on twitch.tv, whatever. See ya!